Hey all, Tony Bing here. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now tonight we will be having a look at the rewards that the recently released Ultimus Grade 6 raid actually offers. So for this you need level 65 characters, you need your gear tier and skills as high as you can as well. A particular alliance, which is a top 50 alliance, has attempted this and it really is pretty difficult. On the first level I lost Night Nurse, the level after that I lost one or two characters, so it is incredibly tough. There'll be no more simply hitting auto and smashing your way through the way we currently do on level 50 for most players. So let's actually check out the rewards, and what we'll do is we'll compare them all and we'll see, is it worthwhile the extra effort running these raids. We'll start off here then having a look at the Ultimus Raid 5 rewards. Now we'll just look at rank 1 and 2 for each of these. So if you 100% this rank 1 or 2, you get 1100 of the raid tickets, you get 75 tier 3 materials, you get 55 tier 4, and then you get 5300 shards towards getting blue gear and 3800 shards towards purple gear. So let's now check out what you would get for getting 30% in the level 6 raid. So the reward wise here then, we get 720 of the raid tickets, that's for rank 1 and 2, you get 45 tier 3 tier 4 materials, and then finally you get 3000 of the shards that work their way towards purple gear. So you'll notice there's no shards for blue gear, but that can be a bit of a problem because before you get to purple you have to go through blue in the first instance there, so that's something to bear in mind. But let's check out the rewards, what you get if you were lucky to get to 60%, and 60% will be really pretty solid. There's not going to be a lot of alliances getting this far at this point in the game at least. So if you can push as high as this, then you're getting 960 raid tickets, you're getting 60 of the tier 3 and tier 4 materials, and then finally you're getting 4000 of the purple shards that will work towards the purple gear. Now I'm not showing off the 100% tier 3 because I imagine there's probably going to be one or two alliances in the game that are able to do it at the moment, and I'm pretty sure they don't need any advice from myself. So what we'll do before we actually break down and look at everything is I'll look at the milestones as well, because these are relevant. So with these raid milestones then, the majority of alliances will be hitting the top 1 to 2% or 3 to 10%. Now if you run the new raid, so that's the Ultimus level 6 over the level 5, then you get a lot more milestone points per node you complete. It's 50 points on level 5, and then it actually jumps up to a pretty huge 250 points per node if you run the Ultimus level 6 raid. So if you're running that, you won't be able to complete it any earlier than 24 hours because you won't be 100% in it, but you'll be getting a lot more milestone points. Now let's say the difference in those milestone points was enough to push you into the top 1 to 2%. That would give you 150 tier 4 ability mats. So that's still not enough in 2 weeks to actually upgrade one skill for a character. If you were to potentially stay on the level 50 raids, you won't be getting as much milestones, but I would say if you can knock out a level 50 every 16, every 18 hours, that should be enough to get you into that 10% bracket, and that would give you 120 of the tier 4 materials, so that's only 30 materials left. So with that in mind, let's see if it's worthwhile putting in all this extra effort to score higher in these difficult raids. So if we compare Ultimus level 5 100% clear against an Ultimus level 6 30% to 59% clear, then you're actually losing out in every single category here. So that's less raid tickets, less tier 3 and tier 4 materials, and also less of the gear orb fragments as well. If you can get above 60%, and it really is pretty tough, then you're still getting less raid tickets unfortunately, you get less tier 3 materials, but you do get 5 more tier 4 materials, which is nice, but it's only an additional 5. You don't get any of your blue gear orb fragments at all, which is a real shame, and then for the purple gear orb fragments you're getting an extra 190 of them, so it's really not a lot at all. Now whether or not you want to actually run this particular raid will come down to the milestone rewards. Do you want to push for the 1 to 2% with your alliance, or do you happily just sit with the 3 to 10%? Personally, the discussions we've had in my particular alliance, I think we're happy to hit that 3 to 10% because there being such a small difference in the rewards of only 30 tier 4 materials for your skills over the course of those 2 weeks, it's simply not worth the effort at the moment in order to push towards a 60% in these raids. It very well may change when we do get more of our characters leveled up, but currently the raid team I use is at level 63, all their skills and all their gear is near enough maxed out, and we really are struggling with that. So for the time being, personally I'll stick on the level 50 raids. Let me know in the comments below how your alliance is getting on and what your plan is as well. And as always, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you all again soon.